Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in giving the warm Citadel welcome to the 19th President of the Citadel and our 2018 Commencement Speaker, Lieutenant General John Rosa.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Colonel Fred Price, thanks for your dedication and all that you've done at the Citadel. Fred's been engaged in this his alma mater for years and years, and I've truly enjoyed this last year working with Fred as the chairman of the board. Thanks for all you do. I'm very humbled and honored to be here today. As a senior private, my classmates are probably rolling over about this time. From senior private to three-star general, it'll be a book someday. But I accept this on behalf of the staff and the faculty. We have a wonderful faculty, and you saw them stand up in our leadership of our faculty. It's amazing. Every year we survey cadets, and they tell us who makes the biggest impact in your life. Year in and year out, it's our faculty. And I can't thank you enough for all the hard work you do to get these folks across the stage. Our staff, we have a very small staff at this college. Very small staff. Many shops are one deep. And they continue to work day in and day out, on weekends, through the year to make their experience that special, and I accept it on behalf of them. Thanks to my family, you saw Brad here. Brad, we have two sons, and many of you heard me tell the story that one of our sons was very, very organized, always had everything uptight. The other son, not so much. That was the other son, Brad. He finished in 2003, and the day that he told his mom and I, he said, "Dad, I've been accepted to the Citadel." I said, "Dude, sit down. It's going to be a long haul." But he wore out a couple pair of shoes on the quad and is better for it. But John and Alicia are here. Thank you for being here. And Brad and Janelle, thank you. And our grandsons, Mike, Matt, and our newest grandson there. Matty, show everybody where Cameron is. Right there. He's 5 months old. He's on his first official visit to the Citadel. He didn't realize it. But he's doing a great job. Thank you so much. And to Donna, thank you. We'll celebrate 45 years. She put up with me for 45 years. Amazing. And you heard our family served for 32 years. And in those 32 years, we moved 25 times. She gets all the medals. She has a sign hanging in our kitchen. We've been through a lot together. Most of it's been your fault. And it's true. I was never voted husband of the year. I was in the finals twice, and I'm still trying. So thank you, sweetie. I appreciate, Mark, the hood. I will wear that this afternoon when we do our college graduation, and I'll wear that hood proudly in my academic regalia. And I want to special thanks to Bud DeForth, who just received a long overdue honorary degree. He has helped me more than I can imagine. He's one of the most astute businessmen in this country. And after his Air Force time, he went to Harvard, got an MBA, and has done a wonderful, wonderful job here for 2012 for this entire plan. He's led the foundation board, and you heard that we've raised $250 million under his leadership, and I can't thank you enough. Unbelievable. Thank you, Bud. And his dad, Lieutenant General Watts, our 17th president. You know, all of us presidents that have been here, and those of us that are still here, we really commiserate. We all think we have tough times. General Watts took over in August of 1989, and in September, Hugo hit. And the rest of his job, or his life, was getting this campus back up, getting the school running, being a part of the city. He and Jane have just done a fantastic job, and it's so good that you're still involved with all that we do, General. Thank you. Thank you to the members of our foundation board. The Citadel Brigadier Foundation Board is here. The Alumni Association, especially former Commandant, Colonel retired Leo Micardo. He'll have some words for you in a little bit. And very, very special thanks to the class of 2018. Families, thank you to you, families, friends. 4 short years ago, families sat right over here You remember the day you dropped the kids off? They were back in the battalion, meeting their new friends, the cadre. And we sat and had a couple of visits and spent some time with you and laid out what's going to happen for the next couple of weeks. That seems like just yesterday, but in these young folks' lives, it was an eternity. I can't thank you enough. We said that day, we can do this together. We can't do it individually, and you've helped us do it so graciously. In a few minutes, hopefully, in a few minutes, they'll throw their hats up and move on. And that's just the next stage. The final stage is getting them off the payroll. Don't let them move back home. We've had them long enough. And in the class of 2018, how we doing, gang? All right. All right, just about ready to get out of here. Very special day in your lives, and I know that. Some of you, as you heard, thought it would never come here. And you worked hard, and I can't thank you. You know, since 1842, we've been producing principal leaders. 175 years of leadership. Our graduates have led in peacetime, wartime, in every conflict since the Mexican-American War in 1846. Our graduates have been innovators in business, politicians, governors, senators, college presidents, generally every field at every level. Our graduates have excelled. Just look at the folks on this stage that helped us get to where we are. All these folks that are presenting today, it's just amazing. All of these folks provided the opportunity and formed that long gray line that you're about to join. In 2006, I was blessed to come back to my alma mater. I wasn't sure I wanted to do that. I had a lot of other things I was thinking about in life, and I thought, Donna grew up here. We started dating my sophomore year, and I always said, honey, I will go back to Charleston. I just never thought I'd do this. And I really never thought I'd stay 12 years. I thought they'd throw me out at about the end of the third year. But what a wonderful opportunity to come back and build on what others have laid the foundation. We've had so many great leaders come through our institution. And over the past several years, we've developed and formalized together, the faculty, staff, you all have helped us formalize a formal 4-year leadership development program. And we've established academic programs of distinction in each of our 5 schools. Led us to new heights. Named #1 public university in the South for the last 7 years. That says a lot about the team that we have to work with here. The class of 2018, you've been an integral part of this journey. We've challenged you. We continue to challenge you, and you've met every challenge head on. What a journey. Whew. Think back to August the 16th, 2014. What were you all doing? That was matriculation day. The Rosa family is very special. August the 16th is Donna's birthday. So we were celebrating a birthday with 716 young men and women from around the world came to visit her. And it was a special day. You remember that? It was about 95 degrees, 80% humidity. Sweated a little bit. It wasn't that bad. You never forget that feeling as you're driving, coming here. That feeling in your stomach. You can't describe it, but it's about like you're going to throw up. You had that feeling on matriculation day. You had that feeling throughout the last 4 years, and you'll have that feeling again in life. But I can tell you, every matriculation day, Donna and I start at one end of campus, and we move to the other end and see everybody as they matriculate. And it's an unbelievable experience. It brings back times when we dropped Brad off in 1999. We dropped him off on a tropical storm. So that started his career off great. But looking at parents and watching, you could always tell those of you that were dropping your first child off, apprehension, nervousness. You weren't sure. Have I told them everything? How are they going to do? And then we could tell the parents dropping off the final kid. Get your stuff up there at 4th Division, pack it up, go meet the cadre, we're going home. We have an empty nest, and we're going to have a good time. So the journey began August the 16th. Knob year, the prepare year in our leadership plan. We've all been through it. It's tough. You never want to do it again. You not only were knobs, Captain Peluso, that was his first year as commandant, his knob year. You're the first class that Captain Peluso has taken all 4 years. What a mess, I tell you. But you bonded with your classmates. You made new friends. You remember your first time off campus. I can still remember the first time I ever went off this campus after my Hell Week. I went out to that bus stop and rode a bus into town that I didn't know anything about. And I thought, I hate this place. Parents' weekend, I remember my parents coming and I was standing in the gutter in front of Mark Clark Hall. And my mother was saying, I don't see him. I don't know where he is. And then when she saw me, she started crying, oh my God, what happened to you? Similar experiences. Then the Thanksgiving break. I can remember that. I told my dad, I said, this place is crazy, man. I'm not going back. Every time there's a thunderstorm, they run out in the galleries and scream and yell. I don't know what's going on. It's crazy. You have a trash can, but you can't put any trash in it. I don't know, man. They made me fold my underwear this wide, and I can't wear it. I've made my bed, but I've never slept in it. These people are crazy. And I came back. And then that long winter break. And that's when it's really tough. You're not here to come back in. Right after the holidays, you get that feeling in your stomach and think, oh, doggone, I got to go back. But we all did it. Second semester went very, very quickly in Navier. Think about that. Spring break, rec day, the feeling of marching down and taking your oath. That was pretty awesome. You did a great job. Sophomore year comes. A lot more freedom. The engaged year, start to take on some leadership roles. I don't know what it is with this class, but every year we had some kind of major weather event. That was the year of the 1,000-year flood. You remember that? Those of us who lived in South Carolina, you look on the map, the weather was about that wide, 50 miles north and south, no rain. It hammered us up through the upstate, devastated Columbia, and it rained, and it rained. Captain Peluso's first year, they're staying in the barracks. He scared me then. I said, okay. That dude's tough. I said, whatever you want there, Captain. So you stayed, and it rained, and it rained, and it rained. About the second or third day, somebody posted a picture, I'm sure it wasn't any of you, of the campus with the parade ground flooded all the way up to the almost first division. Water everywhere. And parents started calling. My child. I know none of you all called. I know it. But I know most of you. I know not. It was those underclassmen. I was like, and I said, the third phone call I got was from Donna, from quarters one. She said, honey, have you seen this picture? The prairie ground is flooded. I said, we live here. It's not flooded. I said, look at the picture. It's got clear blue sky. It's been raining for 3 days. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. I liked it. Kept raining. Next day, somebody posted another picture, and the Loch Ness Monster was going down King Street. And somebody called. We had hundreds of calls. And we said, that's Photoshop. That's the Loch Ness Monster. What are you thinking? And as I tell folks from time to time, there's a lot of things I'll miss when I leave here. Some of those I won't. But that was just the start of your sophomore year. Unbelievable. Football. We won the Southern Conference for the first time in a long time. And I tell you, when you have to go sit in Johnson-Hagan on mandatory fun day, it's a lot better when we win it, isn't it? It's awesome. And that was the year, as you heard, we beat USC. That was one of the most amazing things. It was 25 years prior we beat them, and I guarantee you it'll be 50 years before they let us back up there. So don't expect that. And then homecoming, some guy that looked a lot like me was talked into riding a surfboard with Spike's head on. I don't know what the heck I was thinking there. Junior year, serving the Corps. Now it starts to get tougher. You're working harder. You're leading. You're running the day-to-day operations. We get started October, Hurricane Matthews. Unbelievable. This time I looked at the commandant and he said, get him out of here. So you had your first, what you called, a hurrication. Got it organized, orderly. We knew exactly where everybody was. And I turned to Captain Peluso and I said, what are they doing? He said, I have no clue. You all left. You had a good time. You came back. It was unbelievable. So we won the Southern Conference that fall for the second time. Again, mandatory fun is a lot more fun when you're winning. The junior dinner, the first time this class had come together as a class. And we talked about all the challenges we've met. You had your ring sized. Everybody was fired up. Every year at the junior dinner, we have a big pot with all of their names in the pot. And Donna comes up and draws a name out. Where's Cadet Cox? Stand up there, brother. You need to go over there, see that lady in blue, and hug her neck. She pulled his name out for a free ring. Unbelievable. That was awesome. The only thing I told him, as I said, take a plane to Las Vegas. You're the luckiest dude in the world. You're hot. But that was our junior dinner. Senior year comes up. Toughest year. Everybody thinks the knob year is toughest. Senior year is the toughest because you're in charge. You spent time over the summer getting yourself organized. Dylan and John pulled the team together, and we started off that year. It was wonderful. I don't know that there's a class in the history of the Citadel, there may be, that ever started off their senior year with an eclipse. You guys were just special. And for a minute and 37 seconds, we all stood there and went, wow. And then we all looked at each other and said, that wasn't that cool, was it? We won't see it for a while. That's how you started off your senior year. Then came Hurricane Irma, one of the biggest hurricanes we'd ever seen. Storm surge was predicted to be 10 feet. I looked at Captain Peluso, he said, get them out of here. Your second hurricane. Once again, you got yourselves organized. You organized the entire Corps. You got out timely, you checked in with us, and once again, we had no clue what you were doing. And you loved it. You came back ready to go. October, last fall, we came together at senior dinner, and we talked about all the things that you've accomplished. Rings, 24 hours later. Big night, great times. The knobs you led last fall, 2.9 grade point average. And I believe that's the highest fall knob GPA in the history of this college. And I can't thank you enough. And in January of that year, although you all weren't back yet, we had the third largest snowfall in South Carolina history. I can't wait to get you guys out of here, I'm telling you. Then in February, you had the best president's inspection you've ever had, didn't you? Best one you ever had. Captain Peluso came to me and said, this class is knocking it out. They're leading every inspection we've done. The Commandant inspection, they're doing a great job. I said, well, why do I need to go spend 5 hours walking up and down the galleries looking at everything? They've got it nailed. And so we canceled that inspection and slept in. Pretty good day. But what a journey. Unbelievable. Over the past 4 years, we've come together in this building, in McAllister Fieldhouse, at the beginning of every semester. They come dragging in August, and they come dragging back from the holidays. And we talk about where we need to go. We look back at last semester, and I put challenges out every year. Captain Peluso visits with them in the morning, I visit with them in the afternoon. Challenges. Living by your core values. It's tough. When others around the world are doing things differently, we live by those core values. This is the road less traveled. And I reminded you, it's hard. It's tough. It's not easy here. That's why it's called the road less traveled. The complexities of peer leadership, how difficult it is leading men and women that are within your same age. You've done a fantastic job. The keys to becoming a servant leader. How do I serve those that I lead? That's really a different mindset that we've had here in the last many, many years. Challenging your replacements, training your replacements, making sure that it's tough but professional and doing it right. You've done all that. And I always reminded you, Captain Peluso's got 2 keys to graduation. Make your bed up, clean your room. You're going to graduate. Right, Brad? That's all Captain Peluso ever tells you. Make up your bed and clean your room. You're going to get out of here. And finally, I frequently reminded you that you represent, as a Corps of Cadets, 27,000 alumni that are expecting you to do the right thing when nobody's watching. They're expecting you to become members of that long gray line like you will in a few minutes. You've met every challenge head on, and I can't thank you enough for how you've done this. I'd like to take a second and recognize those of you that I'll administer the oath of office to for our armed services. You know, yesterday we had a great day. We started in this McAllister Fieldhouse with the Army at 8 o'clock, and we commissioned them. Then we did the Air Force, and we did the Marine Corps. 160 of you will go on and serve your country, and we can't thank you enough. In a few minutes, I'll re-administer that oath. Thank you. It'll be the first time you come together as a class and take your oath. You did it individually with your services, but you're going to soon learn that America's armed forces fights together, and they serve together. I can't wait for that. Thank you for making us proud. So, you're about to embark on your next knob year. You'll have many knob years. Captain Peluso served 25 years. He had a knob year as a commandant. Everywhere you go is your knob year. Work hard. You're ready for it. Take the lessons you've learned here for the last 4 years and put them in effect to your life, in your workplace, in the offices, the boardrooms, where you'll serve. You're going to make mistakes along the way. We all made mistakes. We all made mistakes. Learn from those mistakes. That feeling that you had every time you came back I-26 and you saw that Citadel, Rutledge Avenue, 1 mile. Oh, you'll feel that. Well, you might not feel it anymore, but you'll feel that as you come across the Ashley River Bridge. Remember those coming back and you think, oh my goodness, coming back. You'll have that feeling again, and you've had it many times in your career. That's called stress, adversity, anxiety. You know how to deal with that. That's what the Citadel is all about, preparing you to deal with what you're going to face. I know you'll continue to live by our core values. It's unbelievable. Honor, the first core value. It's first for a reason. Continue to live honorably, and your character defines you. Never forget that. Duty. Take on the toughest challenges, wherever you go. Raise your hand, take on the toughest challenge. Be that person that everybody turns to in difficult times. And respect. Always respect yourself and those that you lead. Never take advantage of people under your tutelage. It's something, as I was sitting thinking the other day, it's pretty neat. This fall, I'll have my 45th reunion. 45 years since I graduated. In 5 years, I'll have my 50th. For you history majors, that's a pretty good formula, wasn't it? 5 years, you know. Ease up, come on, guys. But in 2023, I will celebrate, the class of 73 will celebrate their 50th. We will be the oldest reunion class on campus. And in 2023, you'll be the youngest. It'll be your first reunion. And I'm going to make sure they put those tents together. And you're going to be right next to us. So you can look and see how the old people rock on, baby. I'll tell you that. That's amazing. You know, the long gray line is special. And it doesn't matter what year you graduated, we're all together, and I can't thank you enough. So the class of 2018, I say thank you. Godspeed, best of luck. You were awesome. Thank you.